First things first is that it all starts with your lease because a strong lease protects you when things go wrong. And that means having clear clauses around maintenance, different tenant responsibilities, guest policies, payment expectations, and just overall communication timelines. Too many landlords rely on the housing authority to handle discipline, and that's simply not their job. Your lease is your contract with the tenant, and you need to make sure that you document it accordingly, right? Regardless of who's paying the rent. So if the tenant violates it, you now have leverage to take proper next steps, and that's really important. You need to take photos, you need to keep emails, you need to save texts. This isn't about being confrontational, it's about simply building the case that you may need, right? And you can bring that to the housing authority, or worst case scenario, have to bring it to court. Because guess what? The voucher doesn't protect the tenant from lease violations. So if they break the lease, they can lose their voucher. And most tenants understand that, which is why, in many cases, a calm conversation backed by evidence gets them back in line. Because with housing costs being as high as it is and how long it takes to get a voucher, no one is intentionally trying to lose a voucher. That's the reason why I love Section 8. The next thing I would do is involve the case manager as early as possible, right? Because remember, every tenant in the Section 8 program, they are assigned a case manager. Now they might not be, super responsive, but they do have a case manager, and you would need to get them involved to make